Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever. This is going to be the start of a new mini-series. I do not know exactly how many episodes that there are going to be, but it is something I've been thinking about doing. It is to get a few achievements I wasn't able to get in the previous series, and I might not get in the current European Free Play series. And those achievements are, if we take a look at the achievements, we have, well, I'll probably get this either way. We have all these completed. I want to try to get Industry Provider and Commerce Provider. That is the central theme of the mini-series. So 60% coverage for every industry good and commerce or commercial good in town. We also want to go for Industrialist, and I could have gotten this in my Truck Fever series, but I decided to leave it for this one here. I left a stone quarry unconnected, but otherwise we definitely would have gotten that. And to add a little bit of challenge, we are going to try to do this also getting the Train Fever achievement. Reach the year 2000 using only trains. Yes, indeed. Other than that, we have High Speed, Speed of Light, Sonic Boom. Those I'll get in my European series. Museum line, I'm going to go for that in my European series as well. Beyond that, there's just the campaign medals. And so the map that we are going to be using is going to be a small map with train type of flat. We're going to start in the year 1900, and we're going to have difficulty as easy. It's challenging enough to get the achievements Industry and Commerce Provider, as well as Train Fever. I don't want to make it as difficult as I otherwise could. So yeah, about that. For the mods that I will be using, since I will be using a few mods, and actually we're going to switch this to a 1x1 format. And what I'll probably just be doing is blurring this out so you can't see any potential spoilers. But we have here curved train stations, no initial roads. That's just for the map generation. Super Pawls, catenary mast in center, electric track basically, and smoke density reduction. This is really only an essential one. Not really essential, but it might be nice to have in the event that I actually need to use it, but I might not have to. We will be using, I guess, European theme. So we'll have a green map, but I will be going with all vehicles. So we will, in this series, have access to both the European and American vehicle sets, and I will be mixing and matching trains to get the most advantage. So yeah, about that. We will be doing a random seed, and the seed that we are going to be using is that. So G, or lowercase g, uppercase B, 2, lowercase d, uppercase J, and number 6. Let's start. And we are going to pause it. And so it should be noted that I am using the default map generation settings, so that is the map that we have. So basically we have the town here in the center, Minchinhampton, and we have these other towns out here: Broughton in Furness, Calnay, Burton upon Trent. We have Haywood, Bishops, Waltham, and Melton Mowbray. We have let's see, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 chemical plant. Okay, that's fine. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Actually, that's perfect. It's actually a very good balance of industries. We actually only need the 1 chemical plant because we'll be supplying plastics probably to the machine factories, not the goods factories, because we can utilize the goods factories for the steel and planks. And if we can maximize the output of this, we might not be able to without also, yeah, about that. So what we want to do is check to see, well, first of all, I am going to try to supply 60% goods to this town right here. It is in the center of the map, and as obviously the rules of the map are, we are going, of course, for the Train Fever achievement. So there will be no buses, there will be no trucks, There will be no ships, there will be no planes, at least until after the year 2000. So we have to do everything with our budget of $9 million. Interesting. Okay, I guess because we start in the year 1900, we started off with $9 million. I figure as much. I'm guessing that we can go... Yep, alright, I bet that. Let's just drop that back down to 9 million. Of course, that's 9 million that we'll have to eventually pay back. So our goal is to try to connect up all the industries, which it won't be difficult. And the reason I wanted to use a small map is, of course, because it would be a lot easier because we'd only have basically 2 of each. So what we have is we have oil here, we have a refinery here, oil here, and a refinery here. Okay. We are going to want to connect up all the towns. We have a farm here, food processor here, food processor here. And we are supplying Minchinhampton. Melton Mowbray, you know what? I want to rename you. We're just going to call you Melton. And Broughton in Furness. You're just going to be Broughton, because reasons. And Colney and Burton upon Trent. I'm guessing that's Burton upon the River Trent, but there is no river nearby, so you're not going to be called upon Trent. Bishop's Waltham. You know what? We're just going to rename you Waltham. And what I'll probably just do is go around and rename the various industries, like Burton upon Trent. I won't do this on screen, but I'm just going to, as an example, really lowercase in a name. Yeah, that's going to bother me. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 towns, and we have 2 of each industry. So basically, we can might as well get going. So our focus is to try to achieve 60% coverage here. So we'll basically have everything converging in here, and then we might have lines running out to supply Burton, Calnay, Broughton, Melton. And what I might want to do is focus on one set of goods, so food, the goods, and then machines or tools, and then do oil as well as construction materials, and then of course whatever is left over, the machines, and just focus on the industry provider, then industry or the commerce provider. So where do I want to start off with? Well, we have oil here, we have the chemical plant here. I was about to say I'm going to go from here up to here, but that's refinery to refinery. Where was the oil? The oil was here, as well as, I want to say it's over here. Over here. One thing we can do, we might as well get the oil set up. So do I want to do a long distance line, or do I want to do the too short? So I could do here up to here, bring the oil back to here, and then back up to here. Now, freight. Another thing is, of course, we are going to want to figure out where we are delivering to. You know what? I'd almost wish that I could do that. That would be a possibility. We will probably avoid doing much in the way of passenger travel. Maybe connecting all the towns up to Minchinhampton. But what yeah, I'm going to have to, I will have to do some town growth in order to develop demand. All right, about this. So let's plan a strategy here. Don't want to do here over to here and then back to here and then deliver into here. I could do from here up to there, back down to here, and then bring the train back like that. That is a possibility. First of all, we have and this length is just simply too short. First of all, let's take a look at Minchinham, Hampton. Now, I am tempted to do some deconstruction of the town. If I could, like, for instance, actually place a station right in there. Or I just place it here, double, quad, or triple, or multiple track it. Farm into here. I've not really thought about this. I haven't pre-planned exactly what I'd want to do. Oh, this, we have a potential line to get goods, so that's a possible consideration. You have goods here, forest there. Where's the other sawmill? The other sawmill is, let's just get familiar with the map. There's forest there, sawmill here. Now, with that said, we could optimize the delivery because we want to deliver into here steel and planks. If we have a steel mill right here and near to here, although no, that's not within range. All right, well, let's just start with the simple things. And what I'll probably be doing is doing most of my building off screen because this is going to be a mini series. It's not going to be an in-depth series, although this first episode is going to be live, essentially. I'm thinking setting this line up here. Question is, not that. 8 platforms, second street connection. That would rip up most of the demand in the town. And it would cost a lot. $2 million. I'd be so tempted. It's a very good place. And considering the demand, or I could put it out here and hope that the town grows. We are going to eventually want we could always do a 2 as initial. It's only depending on where we we're gonna put it in through here. Now, can I disturb as minimal amount of buildings as possible? Can I fit this in without destroying anything else? Not really. Let's go with you and you. going to come on. I've already spent 700,000. And we got success. Awesome. Now, can I upgrade this to 4 without? No. Alright. Maybe 3? Nope. Let's do 2 for now. Now it's... Alright. So now we are going to want the line coming in like that. And we are going to want the line going out like that. We don't need a curved station, so we are just going to put this... how's that going to look? That's going to look a little bit ugly. Not really much I can do to avoid that, so we're just going to put it down there. And now we want to connect up. We only have access to standard track. We are going to go in that direction. And we are going to like that. We're going to bring this up like that. And for now, are we going to double track this? Let's just get this set up. Now we want to come in over here. So we are going to, and this is an oil well. I'm probably going to want to have another line coming into here. Do I do just a basic shunting service in that case? Do I do 2 stations? That was a bother. Let's... And we are going to want to come across the river. So I'm going to throw that right there. And now we are going to come across. And we are going to want to raise it up just a bit. And we are going to want to... First of all, let's just check. And if we're just going to... I was going to do a... If I do a shunting service, won't necessarily want these on the same track. We're just going to do that for now. I'm going to throw that over like that. We are going to put a depot. And what do we have available? So we have the General, we have the Borsig, the Baldwin, the Class 53 Prussian G3, Class 89 Prussian T3, the Mogul, the PLM, and then we have a variety of different passenger wagons. We have the tank car, 7 capacity, 218K, 156K for 5 capacity, 80 kilometers an hour, that's European. So 80 kilometers an hour. Our trains are currently 60 kilometers an hour for the PLM, 75 kilometers for the Mogul, 40 kilometers an hour for the Prussian T3. 50 kilometers an hour for the G3. Although it looks like, yeah, the Prussian T3 has a lot more power, slightly more tractive effort, and a significantly higher price tag. Baldwin, I would like to be able to sort these out. Alright, so these, Borsig, 45 kilometers an hour versus 45. 90 kilowatts versus 130 kilowatts. 20 kilonewtons of tractive effort versus 40. Although the Borsig only costs 220. They're both 45 kilometers an hour. And yeah, I have this available in my European series. 284. What am I going to want to run? I don't have anything currently, although I know that the Atlantic comes out very soon. From 1855 or 1885. Actually, this, yeah, I haven't edited out the changes I made, so we'll have the Mogul forever. So it basically comes down to how fast do I want to drive this train. We have the PLM 60 kilometers an hour, $1.09 million, or 60 kilometers an hour for 687K with the Baldwin Class 56. Or I can go 75 kilometers an hour. And this has less power, slightly more tractive effort. It is cheaper. And it goes faster, which means higher ticket price. You know what? We might just be going with a Mogul. Let's buy a Mogul. And now, what gives the most bang for the buck with regards to the tank cars? We do have access to this tank car if we wanted it, but with Mogul we won't. And I think this one will age out because I haven't edited the end of date. This one we will have around for a while, so it's all a matter of which do we want. 7 capacity, 10 weight versus 6 weight for 5 capacity. So however that works out. 5 to 6 versus 7 to 10. This has less running costs, although it's almost not really half the capacity, but 50% less capacity. I might just run these. These actually have lower lifespan. Let's go with 2 tank cars to start. Alright, so for now we are only going to build the 90 kilometer an hour bridge. Alright, we're going to want to avoid the stone quarry. And one thing I'm probably going to do is want to wait for wait until I get into steel before starting up the quarry. Because there is a certain amount of synergy that comes with the construction materials and steel mill, because you can haul steel in one direction and construction materials the other direction, and then you can also haul slag one direction and stone the other direction. And we are going to go with a stone bridge. And now we are going to want to connect it up with over here. We have $5 million in the bank. And one thing I might want to do is we'll connect up a small road. Yeah, to about there. Now, do we... First of all, contours. We are needing to get into there, so I'm thinking... That might actually be worthwhile, and it's not that expensive. We'll put that in. And now... we're going to have to deal with that hill there. Do we spend the money on a tunnel? Sure. We'll find other places to save money. Right in there. Right there. Now, what do we get? 548, sure. Let's try to keep things flat where possible. Alright, so that is our first line. What we are going to want to do is set line, new line from here all the way over to here into here. This is going to be TF Minchinhampton oil and fuel. I'm going to go black, and what I'm going to do, we're going to rename this. So yeah, pretty much, even though it didn't show it when we were placing it, we get all that coverage. So this, I think, is going to be worth it. I might just place another station here so it will get connected, and yeah, about that. So we have one line set up. We might as well let it run. And let's put it on 2-speed. And what I would like to do, we are going to have it wait for a full load. And we are going to want to ramp this up. All right. First train. It is April. This says production, although line usage, no. And do we get line usage? No, we don't. All right, so we are going to have to wait possibly another month. It is a very simple line. We are going to put this over here. This over here. And we have line usage. Nice. And you are filling up. You're seeing 58 potential. You are seeing 42 potential and only 23 potential for fuel. All right about this. Unfortunately, with such a small town, we have here only, wow, 22. And we killed some of that demand by placing this, but I think it's all for the better. And yeah, we might want to start, yeah, we might be running some passenger services. Oh, we got some additional growth here. And we got some industrial building back. That is that. Our train is off. slow her down. And we have 5 units sitting here. We are going to buy another mogul with 2 tank cars. We're going to set to that line. And we want to try to ramp up the frequency of this line. It is currently at 9 minutes, although with that said, yeah, since we are limited in the amount of frequency we're running, this could be interesting. We might want to think about do we set up a rail network with passenger travel? The only problem, of course, is that oh, this is going to be incredibly difficult with just trains. We can't use any buses. We can't use any trucks. How do we grow the towns? Unless we... Yeah, we can build roads to make it a little bit more efficient, although with that said, the problem we are going to face passenger station is we could connect up the passenger areas, but then if we do, and the CE22, what is that? What is that? Don't think it's a train. It's not a train. It'd be nice if you could click on that. It's probably a tram. Yeah, the problem with another option, you can blow through here, put a passenger station. So if we take a look at this, how much coverage does that get? That actually provides pretty decent commercial and some industrial traffic over there. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna fit a passenger station in here. Let's see that. I'm going to need to take that out. And now we want passenger station. We want 2nd Street connection, 320. Unfortunately, we do not have this. Let's take it out. All right. Where do we want to send this, though? I'm thinking down to Broughton and probably up to Haywood. We could potentially reuse this track, so we will double track it. We are going to want we'll probably do Haywood, Burton, Calne, Melton, Waltham, and Broughton. So yeah, for now we're just going to use a 2-terminal station. And we are going to squeeze this in somewhere right around here. We do not want to remove a building if we don't have to. We are going to throw it right there. And that gives pretty good coverage of the town. We have $1.49 million left in the bank. Alright, so we are going to want to go up to Haywood. Now here, I still want to bring this through there. Although if we can bring people into, let's see, not road, passenger. Let's go terminal. Although this is hilly. It's hella hilly. Actually, that would be ideal, quite possibly. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. This is going to be a struggle. Ugh, no. Actually, this is where curvature could help. Let's go 2. If I put it there, that is a possibility. Now, I want Minchin Hampton as well as Burton. And possibly even Waltham Melton. Maybe 3 platforms. 320. Second Street connection. Yep. We could do that and help the town grow that way. We could also do the same thing. Tear it. That's going to be expensive. There's a big mount. Actually, there is a big mountain in there. I don't think we'll be able to get. Oh, that is a big mountain there. So we're only going to go down to 2 platforms. We might run another line in on this side, second passenger station. So we'll just do 2 for now. And what I'd like to do is take that out since we are not going to need it. And we kind of want to put this in as cheaply as possible. And actually this is 50. We'll just take that out for now. Right there. We had 300. We had 300. 290. 291. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. And actually, that's perfect. All right about that. Now we'll just connect this up. The medium street. And so that will get that coverage. Now I could run freight into the passenger station. I could if I wanted to, or really wanted to. I don't really want to, so we are not going to do that. I do so want to, though. It would be kind of nice to save some money. Let's just go to there. We're going to double track that, and we are going to connect that up. Ah, no. And right there. All right, I want to be able to connect it up into that right there. So we are going to run the inside. And just like that. I didn't even... Oh, only 323K. Perfect. And we'll bring this down. And at this point in time, this will probably be the last thing I do. And yet we might as well bring this in. Although with that said, are we even? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. We're gonna have multiple services running along this line. And this is the right side, so we are going to want to bring this in like that. How does it look? It's going to look ugly, so we are not going to do that. Let's do that. That's fine. We're going to set up the double track. Other than that, for now, we're going to double slip that. Oh, wait a minute. This train's not even going to be able to go. Oh, bother. Yeah, I either need to double track or set up passing lanes. Yep. All right. 62, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this anyway. So what I'm going to do, we are going to signal there. We're going to signal there and there because reasons. We're going to signal there. We are going to signal there. We are going to signal there. That still makes that go like that because of course we need to connect up the rest of the double track. And yeah, if we are going to ramp up the frequency and the capacity of the line, we are going to want to have this double tracked anyway. So we might as well do it right now. 22.4K. We are going to need to borrow some money. Let's borrow $1 million. Like that. And we are just going to run that like that. Yeah, we need to just double track this. If we don't, we'll run into problems because I do want to ramp up the frequency where possible. And we need double track if we want to set this up properly. All right. Like that and like that. Now we are going to want to, like that. We are going to also, I will do that off screen. At this point in time though, what I'm going to do is take a break here. We have our first oil line and the first potential passenger line. I will set all that off screen. I might look to other possibilities, and just for anyone who might have any suggestions. So we have this oil line set up. We have this oil, or this refinery here, and this oil, which we can do by potentially connecting this up to here, running it along this, which might be a bad idea, because we're already going to have freight and passengers on this section. And then we just spur off like that. We have our plastics factory here. The question is, do we shunt from here over to here to get the plastics operational, or from here to here? Either way, we have to bridge. Either way, we have to do a short line in order to be able to get the plastics. So it is what it is. Although with that said, we could do this over to here, down to here, and then back this way. We wouldn't need a second line, although we could better control the frequency of this line to get the plastics. We have iron ore here. We have iron ore. We have coal here. We have coal there. That is iron ore there. So we have the 2 iron ores there. We have the 2 coals there. And we have the steel mill, one right here. We have a machine factory here. We have machine factory here. We have steel mill, actually 2 steel mills here. And our 2 machine factories are there, as well as there and there. Goods factories are there and there. And the construction material plants are there, as well as there. So it is what it is. Stone quarry there and there. Forest there and there. And sawmills. There's one right here. And the other is right over... I want to say over here. I want to say over here. There. Right there. Right there. That's where it is. We could do logs there to there to there. We just want the planks going to the goods factory. Running logs there, back to here, and then up to there one way, or that. Or running this all the way up to there, then down to that goods factory. Possibility. Planks over to here, goods factory. That might be what I'm going to do for the logs line. Once I get around to setting up goods, but I'll also with goods want to set up steel. So that's going to be another issue entirely. We have farm here, food processor here, and food processor here. So most likely I will be attempting some sort of bringing this over to here, bringing this over to here, and then finding a opportunity to bring it maybe into melt and actually, yeah. Anyway, at this point in time, I'm going to take a break here, and we will continue off with more Transport Fever Industrialist Train Fever. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SP Gaming, and as always, have a good day.